Can we go ahead and skip the pleasantries and just like get into the meat and potatoes of things, because I am not a happy loser. I refuse to be nice and cordial when we are getting our asses kicked on every single battlefield. I have been in this game, and yes, I mean game, for the last 6 years, and it has been politics as usual. I have watched, waited, listened, and learned from some of the smartest and brightest people on the face of this planet. And I am tired. I am tired of being called brave when there are men and women standing in harm's way so that I can speak into a microphone. When there are men and women with PTSD, severed limbs, and broken souls that risk it all so my voice can be heard, and it's still not loud enough. I am tired of being told by conservative groups that they are interested in minority outreach, but that only includes inviting black people to come and speak to all white audiences. We show up, develop plans to go into our communities, and then are told movements aren't started by poor people. We are not the generation that's going to tap dance for you. We are the new media generation. We'll make our pennies from our thoughts. I am tired of hearing conservative media ask, where are the blacks that want to address black-on-black crime? I'm right here on your side, fighting for your principles 4 years. I was warning Tea Party groups about the anger that led to Ferguson. I was warning about the fires that were coming to cities like Baltimore. Can you see me now? And if I'm a little too loud, too brash, too outspoken, if your little kid feelings can't take the harsh reality that I bring, I can give you a list of far nicer people with the same damn message. Matter of fact, one of them is here, Anita is here, but Kira Davis, Zoe Nation, Lawrence Billy Jones III, there are an army of us. Access your army. These are the people that pray with me, and these are the people that I pray for. We were born for such a time as this. And I am tired of hearing these people question if we will ever be heard in our movement. I am tired of not knowing how to answer them. I am tired of telling them to just hold on. Matter of fact, I'm just tired of losing. It's really that simple. I'm not walking into 2016 with politics as usual. I don't need you to tell me what the Democrats did. I'm coming for them soon enough. I don't need you to tell me about the history of progressivism in America. I can probably tell you some things that you didn't know. And I don't need you to tell me about the death, destruction, and poverty in the black community. I lived it. I grew up in it. It didn't break me. It didn't turn me into a victim. And I am not special in that regard. There are millions of us that lived the progressive nightmare and woke up to a conservative future. We are the hustlers, the go-getters, the get up, get out, and get something generation. Let me simplify. We are the generation that is tired of being broke. We are tired of progressive economics, education, excessive laws, fees, fines, and regulations. We are tired of being told that we can't defend ourselves. We are tired of being told we cannot worship our God in public with zero shame. We are tired of being told we are our brother's keeper like we did not see the end of the movie. Like I said, I've been in this game for a while now. So when you hear, I'm tired, coming from a progressive, they're usually crying, complaining, whining. Please, I beg of you, don't confuse me with them. See, because Andrew may be gone, Andrew Breitbart may be gone, but his legacy, it stays. We're still here. So you can consider this more of a warning. We will never be your old school black Republicans. I don't care how many rallies I attend, I will never like bluegrass music. You will not turn me into Pantsuit Hillary. And you remember that time where I said I wasn't feeling all that well? I actually left your event so I can go and find a Popeyes because I like real food. We will never be your old school Republicans, but let me ask you this. Why would you want us to be? We have learned from Clarence Thomas, Larry Elder, Thomas Sowell, Alan Keyes, J.C. Watson, a personal favorite of mine, Condoleezza Rice. Their brilliance and thoughtfulness has helped most of us shape who we are. There is zero question of the ammunition that they have brought to the intellectual battlefield. But can I get a little Trumpish for a minute? See, I could keep on playing nice. I can say that there's room in the big tent for all of us, but that would be politics as usual, 2016, not happening. We are the people that shout about holding our leadership accountable. Under this era of black republicanism, Democrats have garnered 90% of the black vote consistently. The 10 most poverty-stricken cities in America have been under Democratic control for the last 50 years, and they have large black populations. Black youth unemployment is 10 times the national average. Overall, black unemployment is double the national average. HBCUs, most of which were started by black and Republican partnership after the Civil War, are starting to close their doors. The black family is decimated. Planned Parenthood has killed over 40 million black babies. And all they have to offer you is blacks are on a Democrat plantation. The liberty message, the freedom message, it won't work because they just want free shit. The black community has been fooled and hoodwinked and bamboozled, and then you repeat and get nowhere. Look, I'm a Cowboys fan. Don't ask me to complain about Tom Brady when we suck. Tom Brady is going to be playing today. We're at home licking our wounds. I am not going to talk about an inflated football when we can't get a quarterback to last for more than half a season. And I am not going to complain about Democrats and cry about Black Lives Matter when they are beating us on every single battlefield in the black community. We aren't even in the game. My instincts aren't to develop resolutions, but battle plans. We don't need white papers and statistics towards convincing arguments. We need scorching irony that causes a permanent change. And if that's something that the current black leadership doesn't or won't address, I will. So let me give you a glimpse of what comes next. In the short game, you don't build an army with no intention of using it. So whether it's to distract from emails, FBI probes, Clinton Foundation discoveries, because we all know they're coming, or to mobilize voter turnout amongst a group that totally abandoned her in 2008, they left her so fast her shoes fell off. This is a chance that we have right now, but she will use them, as Democrats do, to try to get elected. But I want you to focus on the long game. Democrats believe in a top-down, bottom-up philosophy. What's the difference between a Democrat and a socialist? Progress. They have normalized democratic socialism with Bernie Sanders. They have developed bottom-up grassroots with Black Lives Matter, Planned Parenthood, SEIU. Do we have such a plan? Next come the calls for revolution. They have Van Jones abandoning his radical ways for his radical ends. They have D-Ray and Netta, a new radical foot soldiers. They are creating a generation of black progressives that have been taught from Ferguson to Baltimore that burning shit down is a free man's, is a oppressed man's free speech. This is the army that we're going to face in the future. Are we ready? The new generation will have radical training and now access to a socially acceptable Marxism. When they shout for a revolution, what will be your response? Have you even thought about it? Has anybody even warned you? Or will you be surprised like you were the night that Ferguson was set into flames? What if we had an equally effective force on our side? So when they called for a revolution, you didn't have to say plantation. When they called for a revolution, we would be there to offer them a renaissance. We don't need to burn shit down or to point fingers. We need to build, and that is our wheelhouse. That's what we do best. We don't need to start all over. We don't need a rebirth. We need a rebirth of what made America great. And I don't play the safe space, white privilege BS that would have me only looking at America's racist past. See, I can acknowledge the racism that was in America, but it falls in comparison. It fails in comparison to what black men and women did next. The racism was there. We built schools, colleges, families, communities, cities, industries, businesses. That's who we are. The question was never who is going to let us. We stuck out our chests and said, I dare you to stop us. Most of Black America hasn't forgotten that. So give me 1 second to just address them, and then I'm going to let you go. Dear Black America, I love you. I swear I do. I love you to death. But Democrats want to be the party of the poor. In order to do that, they must keep you poor. If you want your welfare, your public housing, your food stamps, I am not talking to you. You are perfectly fit to be a Democrat, and a Democrat Party can have you. If you want the village to raise your child from preschool to prison, you are perfectly fit to be a Democrat. If white microaggressions keep you up at night tweeting with Sean King and Rachel Dolezal, you're just an idiot. Please don't vote. Now, we've been doing some house cleaning on our side of the aisle, and we haven't got all the snakes out of the grass just yet. But if you want quality education over indoctrination, STEM over Timmy wears a bra, to actually keep score in football, join us for school choice. If you want safe cities, join us in supporting the Second Amendment and do more than just rep your city. Fight for your city. If you want more than a $15 an hour job flipping burgers to stay just over broke, join us in becoming the greatest entrepreneurial age America has ever seen. If you don't want your success measured by the number of times you have been arrested for protest, but the number of zeros you are stacking in your bank account, we'll be the ones making sure the government keeps its hand off of your money. If you want it measured by your family, we'll be the ones making sure your religious and traditional values are safe. If you want it measured by your business, we'll be the ones making sure we cut out the crony capitalism that actually give you a fair shot in the game. We can be the generation that stops bitch moaning and whining and become the generation of builders that is in our American bloodlines. They say we can't do it. I say, watch us.